Welcome again, folks, to the Daily Bubble. I'm Axel the Axolotl, and I'm joined remotely today by Piper the Seahorse.
Hi, Axel!
Hi, Piper. This is going to be a special episode because today is Endangered Species Day, a day where we bring special attention to wildlife that need our help.
Exactly. So today, I've got a new episode of CUTENESS ZONE! And it's all about some very special representatives of an endangered species. Our cutest contender today is none other than... the baby giant sea bass! Wow!
Oh my gosh, I bet they're so precious. I've never seen a baby giant sea bass before.
Imagine the cutest thing you've ever seen. Now make it infinity times more cuter.
Infinity times cuter? Whoa, I don't even know if we're ready for this.
Get ready! These amazing little guys are adorable, extraordinary, and very important. We've had giant sea bass at the aquarium from the beginning, but until recently, we knew next to nothing about what they were like as babies. Our adult giant sea bass each weigh hundreds of pounds and will get even bigger in the future because they keep growing and can live over 70 years. Wow! Problem was, since they're so rare in the wild, babies are really never seen at all.
Because they were overfished, right?
Yup, the giantest of the sea bass can reach 600 pounds, and this made them very popular catch for sport fishers during most of the last century. Problem was, since they aren't able to reproduce until their teens, they just couldn't keep up with all the fishing. So their population kept getting smaller and smaller as humans got better and better at catching them. By the 1970s, they were almost extinct.
Whew, I know what that's like.
Luckily, they've been protected for around 40 years now. But even after all that time, there are still only a few hundred of them alive. Scientists came to believe that their slow growth rate, small population, and declining habitat just made it too difficult for their population to recover.
Oh, and this is where the aquarium comes in, right?
Exactly. The two largest giant sea bass in our Blue Cavern exhibit have been with us since the aquarium opened. They've grown to adulthood in our care, and for years we hoped they would reproduce and that we would be able to obtain their fertilized eggs. After years of effort on the part of our husbandry team, it finally happened! And Utaka was born! Utaka is the first giant sea bass to be hatched and raised in a public aquarium. But he wasn't the last! The aquarium began a partnership with other institutions to share knowledge and techniques, and soon hundreds of baby giant sea bass were being born. Just this March, the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium and the Aquarium of the Pacific released hundreds of them in Santa Monica Bay, and they took to their new habitat quickly.
That's wonderful. What's next?
Now that we know how to breed and raise giant sea bass, we'll have to study how well these aquarium-raised youngsters do in their natural habitat. We'll also have to make sure that any future breeding efforts produce as much genetic diversity as possible. So, it'll be essential that giant sea bass from other institutions get involved! Giant sea bass grow slowly, so we'll need to keep this effort going for a long time. But if we work hard, work together, and ensure that we keep the kelp forests off our coast healthy, there is a real possibility that the giant sea bass will once again thrive!
That's fabulous! What a wonderful resurgence story! Thanks for joining us, everyone, on Endangered Species Day. Keep exploring, keep learning, and join us next week on the Daily Bubble.